All right, boom. Today we're going to be watching The Flash is Insufferable, Insufferably Inconsistent, season 1. So this was actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of people give it to this, but I saw this from one of my Patreons and in my DMs. That sounded kind of sus. But either way, we're going to watch this like 40 minutes long. I'm going to try not to pause and stop it and stuff, but most likely I will. Obviously, if you guys do want to see the uncut version of this without me yapping and tapping, I'll leave the original video in the description down below. I'm sure you'd have already seen it, but nevertheless. And without further ado, let me maybe come see. I don't really record this way, but this is just a way where I can get it out quicker. Anyway, this is all going to be uncut, by the way, so if I'm chatting worse, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go.
To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first.
Okay.
You need to believe in the logical. Can you do that?
This is a film about space wizards intended for children.
In this series, I will be demonstrating how poorly written and contrived the action scenes and their outcomes are in CW's The Flash. Like, they are so unbearably contrived and nonsensical that they absolutely ruin the show for me. And I hope this video ruins it for you too. Anyway, before I begin going scene by scene...
First of all though, scene by scene, I just want to say I love The Flash season 1. Like, The Flash season 1 was probably one of my favorites, I'll be real. Like, it was really fucking good.
There are some things to remember. All concepts brought up are entirely based on common sense and what's provided in the show. Super speed. Super speed is one of the most overpowered abilities to exist.
Yeah.
Like, way too overpowered.
Yeah.
So overpowered that it makes no sense to make a 7-season show about a character that possesses it unless you do it right. Of course. You run from point A to point B in the blink of an eye. You can attack non-speedsters without them even seeing it coming. But speedsters don't just have fast legs, they have fast everything. If you're gonna run super fast, you're gonna need just as fast eyes and reaction time. Otherwise, you would constantly run into everything. A visual example of this is whenever everything around the speedster goes into slow motion so we can actually see what they are doing and reacting to the things around them.
You thought the world was slowing down. It wasn't. You were moving so fast, it only looked like everyone else was standing still.
Let's call this speed react. So once you showcase how overpowered super speed and speed react are at any moment, you must remain consistent with what you can do with them. Otherwise, you will create plot holes or damage previous scenes in retrospect. But CW's The Flash constantly suffers from this problem each.
That is very true. That is very true. There's a lot of scenes where Barry should just slow down time or move faster than whoever to beat him. Like, when he gets hit, you're like, Barry, I know you saw that coming. Why did you allow yourself to get hit? Do you know what I mean?
Season. And if this shit also happens in the comics, then I would probably hate those as well. People who even dislike the newer seasons claim that...
I love how his voice is just so plain. He's just so consistent. It's like... I would probably hate them as well.
Season 1 is amazing and top-tier superhero television, but they are laughably mistaken, and I have a fun little criterion to measure why they're wrong. Enemies who should have been caught by now, and people who should have been saved. It's really gonna add up. You might think I have no life for making this, and you're absolutely right, but I'd appreciate it if...
It's your job. Like, it's not that I think you have no life, you just put a lot of hard dedication to your job. I get it.
You'd watch the whole video before forming an opinion on my criticisms.
Sure, of course, always.
There's nowhere to run!
But that was the first video, isn't it?
Believe it or not, the first action scene already has problems.
Really?
So this is the part where Barry runs into Martin's car, and Martin makes this face like he just smelled a dirty diaper.
Acting.
He goes for his gun, and then Barry, the fastest man alive, instead of, you know, taking his gun away, he turns the wheel and flips the car. Okay, we'll let that slide. It was a high-stress moment and he made a mistake. So the car just flipped over, and Martin is walking away a couple seconds later. This is impossible. As you can see here, when the car comes to a full stop, there's no one around, so he's still in the car with Barry. Also, how the hell did he get out of the car to begin with? This side is the driver's side where Martin was. We see as it's sliding, the door is closed and the driver's window is still intact. It's not until after the car stops that the driver's window breaks and we see Barry crawl out of it. Seems like the director just wanted him to magically teleport out of the car to have this edgy cool guy moment where he walks away and looks back all pissed and pouty. What are you doing just standing there and staring? Run up to him and punch him. You have super speed. He wouldn't be able to react to it. Grab a nearby brick and smash it against his fucking head behind him. Actually, fuck the brick. It doesn't even matter if Barry doesn't know how to properly fight. A fist going 200 miles per hour into someone's face would fuck them up.
That's very
so he just
true.
Backs up into.
But my thought process of this would be that he just got his speed. It's like he's only been awake, right? He hasn't been awake for that long. So maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. He's got a point though. He does have a point.
And disappears. Barry just lets him make a move like if this was a fucking turn-based RPG.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, that's fire. Instant KO, look, yell.
Hey, Morgan!
You smog. Angry stare. Look. You should have picked a move that will actually do something. It's diabolical. Flop cloud.
Really, nigga?
Psych!
Really,
I
nigga?
said psych. Ah, that's fair play. Fair play.
But whatever, we'll let this slide too. Maybe Barry is a pussy and went into shock because he saw fog. Car crashes behind him, he runs out of the way, whatever,
then he uses
that's
super
fine.
speed. Okay,
the
sure.
blood from whoever died in that car is on Barry's hands though. But a few seconds later, all the fog clears up, Martin is nowhere to be seen, and it just moves on to the next scene. Oh, maybe he ran away. Okay. So why doesn't Barry look around the area with his super speed? How far away do you think Martin, a person with normal speed, can run in a few seconds?
Yeah,
Not
true.
more than a few meters.
True,
Also,
yeah,
look
yeah,
around
yeah.
him. There is nowhere to fucking hide. God, Barry just loses him for no reason, so any future scenes with Martin should not exist and are just gonna be a waste of time. Yeah, so this entire final action sequence should never have happened because Martin should have already been captured. Oh my god, big epic tornado! Looks so cool, so never mind. All jokes aside, why didn't Barry just KO Martin?
That's kind of my mindset. So that when the tornado was kind of I'm an easy man to please, though, to be fair.
And take Joe's handcuffs and restrain him. If he's able to run against a fucking tornado, surely he can just run through it and beat the shit out of Martin.
Yeah.
Knocking Martin out would have instantly stopped the tornado, and he wouldn't have had to do this counter-tornado bullshit, which Caitlin even says could kill Barry.
Your body may not be able to handle those speeds. You'll die.
Remember, work smarter, not harder.
He's
Oh, but
kinda
then
got a
Harrison
point,
Wells
though.
couldn't give him the words of inspiration.
You can do this now. Run, Barry.
Don't care. Create a better scenario where he does it. The tornado
Yeah,
stops,
yeah.
Martin holds Barry at gunpoint, and Barry just lets him and has a chat with him instead of, you know, do literally anything else with his super speed. But I'm kind of glad he just stays there like a dumbass because Joe shoots Martin dead, so we won't have any more contrived and unnecessary scenes with him in the future.
Fair.
There's nowhere to run!
Oh, this is episode 2.
So next is the
Yeah.
first scene with Multiplying Man. They shoot at this cop and Barry relocates him. Keep this part in mind. Barry can pick up a fully grown man and move him somewhere else without him even knowing what just happened.
Okay. He does that multiple times, to be fair.
No, I don't!
Yeah. Bare other times he does it. Like a lot of other times.
because that'll be handy for later.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
So while Barry moves the cop, these guys start to turn to escape. And holy shit, are you seeing how fucking fast Barry is moving?
Yeah,
He just drops his ass off and immediately disappears. And remember the last position we saw the multiplying man in?
They weren't that far.
They just started turning around, so they gotta still be there, right?
Yeah, not far
They're
away.
gone. They're actually outside getting in a van, even though it's pretty damn far away from where they just were. Is
Huh. And Barry was moving pretty fast after he dropped the man off. Did he get lost? He's kind of got a point, to be fair.
multiplying man a speedster too? There is absolutely no possibility this could have happened. If this made any logical sense, Barry would have been back and kicked their ass. But the writers really wanted them to escape, so they put together this embarrassment of a scene. This should go without saying, but if you're gonna make a show where a character has super speed, you need to be extra cautious about how you physically set up their encounters with others who do not have super speed. So once again, any future scenes with a multiplying man just serves to drag out the episode. Is it just me, or does anyone else fucking hate it when the fastest man alive shows up and just stands around to talk to his enemies?
Yes, I've said this. Maybe not in season 1, but in the later seasons, like Barry, I'm like, Barry, why don't you just knock them out? You see that they're doing dangerous stuff and they have weapons. Why are you standing there to talk? Just bang them. You can talk to them after you've detained them. Like, do you know what? Yeah.
Am I the only one who would abuse the shit out of super speed and just immediately KO every criminal out there and run them to jail?
Yeah, there wouldn't even need to be any talking. Just boom, done. My day's going on. That would have taken seconds. Yeah.
No honor among thieves, eh?
Oh god, even these shit movies got the Flash right. Anyway, going back to this scene, we'll give it a pass. It's fine. He's giving Multiplying Man a chance to surrender. But what is unforgivable is when he doesn't surrender, this idiot uses his super speed to knock back 2 of them, and then he just stops. Why didn't Barry knock back the third one too?
Yeah.
He just stops and lets him multiply, and then he punches them at normal speed. Why? Use your fucking superpower! And then he gets ganged up on them for absolutely no reason. He had every chance to beat up each clone and get out of this.
Again, that doesn't really make any sense. Why would you not knock out all 3 of them? Even if you didn't know which one was the creator, why did you not just knock out all 3 of them? Why? You know what I mean? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But of course, the CW needed manufactured conflict, because otherwise this scene they set up would have been over in 2 seconds with Barry as the winner. Then Barry runs away like a little bitch because he got his ass handed to him, and the scene is over. That's it. We just have to accept that Multiplying Man got away when Barry could have just taken a breather and then run back inside to kick his ass. Once again, any future scenes with Multiplying Man should not exist. The title of this episode is Fastest Man Alive. Kiss my ass. Good god, finally. This is the first fight scene where the show actually lets Barry use his brain and speed. Unfortunately, this should have happened from the get-go at the bank, so this scene and this scene should never have happened.
This scene and this scene should never have happened.
There's nowhere to run!
Oh, I remember this, brother.
Oh no, this is concerning. I mean, the scene is excellent because this is the most effective thing Barry could do with his speed. Running into a car, picking up the driver, and relocating him to the inside of another car and handcuff him. But burn this scene into your brain, because
that's a surprise tool that can help us later.
For fuck's sake.
Why did you kill that woman?
why did you dash up to him and then punch him at normal speed, you dimwit?
kind of got a point again. I can't keep defending him. I can't lie. He's got a great point.
What happened to doing this?
Yeah.
He does it at the end of the episode, for fuck's sake. Oh,
And then you get punched up.
so you can speed react to a bullet getting shot at you,
but you
couldn't react to this punch clearly about to get thrown at you. Okay. Oh, great. This idiot knows this is poison gas, and yet he just stands there and stares at it as it moves closer to his nostrils.
I feel like I can see some of the comments now going, yeah, but if he done it that way, then the show would have been over. But I think the point what he's trying to make is it needs to be written better for it to make more sense. Because if there's stuff, if he can avoid the fight, I know he says this already, but I could imagine some of the comments getting at me already going, yeah, he's not wrong. But if he could avoid the situation, like because Barry's not an idiot, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense for Barry to stand there and get hit, or for Barry to stand there and get poisoned. He knows he can dodge it. Why put yourself through that? You know, like first episode, in my eyes, I'm like, you've just kind of got your powers. I get it. Second episode, he has a point though. Why did you super bang 2 of them and then not super bang the third one? You know, and then, you know what I'm saying? This episode, which is episode 3, you know you could outspeed that. Why stand there and get punched? Why stand there and get? You know what I mean? You've dodged a bullet already. Yeah, fuck me. And then the guy with a gun joins the battle.
Because this episode is the worst thing I have ever seen. Hey, past me, it's future me. I'm just here to tell you that you're a fucking idiot for saying that. For saying that this early because it only gets worse. So Barry actually does some good shit here. Until he doesn't. He knocks these guys down and then he just runs away. Where the fuck are you going? You do realize you just push these guys. They can still get up, complete the robbery, and escape again. Oh great, yeah. This guy just got shot because you have a fucking peanut for a brain. You knock this guy down, but you let him keep his gun. Yeah, what a hero.
Call the ER, tell them they have an incoming GSW.
Why don't you just run into...
What the actual fuck? Why are you just watching them escape?
Yeah,
if you can relocate a man driving a car into another one, surely you can just push or yank 4 guys off of a motorcycle.
Yeah, that haven't even really started going yet.
Look how slow they're driving away. How is Barry not back yet? God damn it!
Sorry, Captain, I was at the hospital.
You spent multiple hours at the hospital. No, I want to know what the fuck he was doing for several hours after delivering the injured man instead of immediately coming back to the crime scene and taking down these guys. Are you shitting me? How the hell were you not able to move Joe out of the way in time? Why did you just stop in front of the blast? A few seconds later, we see you moving other people out of the way with no problem.
Joe isn't even in the way. I was gonna say, I was thinking that he wasn't even in the way of the blast. Oh, I'm getting lightheaded. Fuck.
Oh my god. This is so embarrassing. I swear, nobody can defend this. Snart is gonna shoot these 2 people.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're not that close to him. But before Snart even pulls the trigger, Barry runs right past him to push them out of the way. Why didn't you just run up to Snart and take the gun out of his hand? Or point it in another direction, or tackle him for fuck's sake. Barry actually runs a further distance instead of disarming Snart, who's closer to him. It's complete bullshit that Barry is slower than the ice projectile in this shot because he's been shown to be faster than bullets, and logistically bullets travel faster than this ice blast. But after this scene, Barry's excuse for that is,
It's some kind of gun, it froze things. Slowed me down.
Enough that I wasn't in time to save someone.
But
Oh,
remember,
he did say that.
the
Yeah,
ice
you're right.
blast should never have happened in the first place.
But then even so, he still could have knocked out Snot, like a quick dumb push. Then the gun ain't even getting shot, and you've basically stopped him already.
And Captain Cold should not even have his gun anymore.
Yeah. Like dumb push. You know
So
what I mean?
this dude should still be alive.
Yeah.
Homie, mourn later. Snart is running away. You can still catch him. Take the gun out of his hand and shoot him in the leg so he can't move. Smash his head against a wall and knock him out. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
If he escapes, he could kill more people. Oh, the scene's over. I just have to accept that he escaped, and it makes total sense. Sorry, forgot to put a bullet in my brain so I can enjoy this show.
No, he's making me feel like a fucking idiot. I can't lie.
This has nothing to do with Barry, but I thought he was the only incompetent dumbass here. Let's play a quick game of Kahoot, fellas. Imagine
sure.
this scenario. You are an armed cop patrolling a museum after hours. A crook with a gun shatters the front door. You are now holding him at gunpoint while he has his weapon down. The crook then threatens your life. What do you do?
Shoot
Do you
him.
tell him to drop his gun or you will shoot? Or do you lower your gun and run away like a little pussy?
I mean, personally, I would just shoot him. You already know he's coming to do damage, or police officer. Yeah, well, I was just shot. Common sense.
Let's see what this genius does.
No, you break it in.
Freeze! Want to end up like that door?
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Oh shit, hold on. The crook's back is now facing you. He is vulnerable. You still have your gun. What do you do? Do you tell him to drop his gun or you will shoot? Or do you continue being a pussy and let him complete the robbery?
Fair.
Let's see what this genius does.
He just runs away.
Who wrote this?
There's nowhere to run!
Acting.
I didn't see it before. Your mom.
He ran onto the train just to tell him there's nowhere to run, where he could have just taken him out. Where he could have just taken him out.
Know you're out past your bedtime? If you wanted to get away, you should have taken something faster than a train.
No. Why did you stop? Take his fucking gun, for the love of God. Why are you talking to him? Why are you just standing there? You're the fastest man alive. You can literally take his gun and take him to Joe. You've done that before. Why is this situation any different? Snart is a normal guy with no powers. How do you let him beat you multiple times?
Yeah.
Drop it.
Look, even Cisco knows he has the upper hand here, but the fucking trained cop that was in the same situation decided to run away?
This is a prototype cold gun.
But listen,
4 times the size, 4 times the power.
Why does that even matter? A regular gun would still kill or seriously injure this guy. It's not like a gun that shoots ice has an advantage over it.
Your hands are shaking. You've never killed anyone.
It's the first time for everything, Captain Cold.
That's it?
I thought that was alright, though.
They
I
just
can't even
let
lie.
him walk away with the
Yeah,
cold
that
gun?
didn't
Where
make
the hell is
sense.
Joe and Eddie? They were
Yeah.
actually at the train station. If the Star Labs gang could just show up out of nowhere, then surely Joe and Eddie should be here arresting Snart right now. If not, Barry could rest for a minute and then pluck the gun right out of Snart's hand, but fuck it. We'll have him walk away so we can continue to use him for future conflicts, as stupid and contrived as that is.
3 times.
There's nowhere to run!
Why does he keep playing? Oh, him. I remember him.
Wow, Barry's an asshole. He realizes there's a sniper laser dot on this chick, but doesn't bother to move her out of the way, so she gets shot. And now you might be thinking, oh, well, because of her power, Barry cannot touch her or else he'll explode.
Don't touch me, please.
Nah, cause he carries her to Star Labs a few seconds later. She was shot with a tracker, so if he saved her, then the bad army men would not show up to Star Labs in the next scene.
Fair.
There's nowhere to run! Step out of the vehicle!
Why? Why didn't you use this trick? Why did you punch him? You've relocated fully grown men before. Just do the same here, for crying out loud.
He just sounds so tired. He just sounds so fucking tired. Oh my god, he's had enough.
Wait here.
Don't just move her 10 feet away.
Yeah,
Take her
you
to the
couldn't move her.
CCPD or at least outside of the building, you idiot.
All these powers and look at you. Bully then, bully now.
Good. Got it. Great. Good.
Let go of the fucking pole and dodge it.
He's had enough.
See, he could have done this, but taking Iris with him.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know why he didn't just relocate Colossus to the Star Labs prison, but I guess we needed a fight scene over logic.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's nowhere to run!
Fuck's sake. I remember him.
Easy there, Zappy!
I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say this, but there should have been no way in hell he could have guessed where and when Barry was gonna run. And even if he made a lucky guess, Barry's speed react should have allowed him to dodge the lightning blast. You know what? I really don't understand why Barry shows up to the more dangerous enemies completely empty-handed. This dumbass really doesn't take advantage of super speed. Like, he already doesn't instantly KO these criminals with a 100-mile-per-hour punch for whatever reason. So another possibility is pulling a Dexter and injecting his enemies with animal tranquilizer. He can just run up to them and inject them without them even knowing. He fucking does this in episode 17 with like 100 people. I guarantee the Star Labs gang can make some for him. They probably have animal tranquilizer because they were housing Gorilla Grodd for a while.
Yeah. Looks at that, huh? Why don't you just...
Jesus Christ, can you use your brain, please? Stop running 5 feet away from his attacks and run up behind him instead. Once again, I'm not sure how this guy knows where and when Barry is going to run and why he didn't dodge this. But this is bullshit. He was literally fast enough to run in front of the lightning and then out of the way a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to run!
Fuck's sake. Oliver Queen.
Okay, to anyone who says, oh, maybe the Flash does stupid shit because he can't think when he runs fast. Listen here, pussy. That is complete bullshit. Because in this scene, he's running faster than a bullet. And instead of pushing this dude out of the way, which takes no brain power to know that that is the most effective way to save someone, he went to go find whatever this thing is, and made sure that this thin strip of metal was just at the right height to intercept the bullet. How is he even sure that the bullet wouldn't just tear right through the strip of metal? You can actually see it almost went through. So yeah, he had to think about all of this while speed reacting just to save a guy from a gunshot.
You're gonna run over there, you're gonna come back at me, and you're gonna get hit with an arrow.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Fine. I will humor you.
I like how Barry has the audacity to mock Oliver when he says he's gonna shoot him with an arrow when this has happened, and this has happened, and this has happened, and this has happened, and this has happened.
Still going.
There's nowhere to run!
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry.
Wait, what?
I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's touch.
I think I've seen this on Instagram. It was me, Barry. That is fucking brilliant.
Finally, a fight scene that actually makes sense.
Oh, it's
you
a
get
Flash.
it? Because it's two speedsters now.
Yeah.
You understand why this show pisses me the fuck off?
But that was a fire episode, though. I can't even lie.
There's nowhere to run.
Fuck's sake. Normal guy with a gun.
Captain Cold is back.
For a non-metahuman, Leonard Snart is proving to be quite the nemesis. Wrong.
Barry, the fastest man alive, is just fucking brain dead and let him escape multiple times.
I'm just happy to help the police catch Snart, Joe.
Barry might be able to help too.
I think Cisco's heat shield.
Why is everyone making Snart such a big deal? He's a normal guy with a gun. Oh, but it's a gun that shoots ice. Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, that explains why he has unlimited plot armor.
With weapons like these, no one can stand against us. No one except the Flash.
What? He's still a mortal man with no protective gear. If he gets shot by the police, he's done for.
It's true.
Or this woman dies.
No, don't come for me. Stay away.
Don't come for me? These two bozos just have guns. It's literally nothing Barry hasn't dealt with before.
That's true.
The Scarlet Speedster.
You already know what I'm gonna say about this, and I should have turned this into a drinking game long ago. You can apply this to any season as well. Take a shot every time the Flash runs over to a bad guy and stops to talk or do nothing.
We will do that in season 2. We'll turn it into it. Every time the Flash runs into somebody and stops to talk, we'll take a shot. Cool.
Probably have to get your stomach pumped after one season.
I'm limiting it to 10 though. We're not doing more than 10 shots, otherwise I'll be cooked.
So Barry sees the explosion of ice right in front of him. He even reacts to it. So why doesn't he just stop or fucking run the other way? He literally did this a few seconds ago.
You know what you have to do?
Yeah! Get them to cross their beams and cancel their guns out, I know!
God, forgive me.
I can't get them to cross streams. Speed isn't getting it done.
Yes, it can. Just run up to them and take away their guns.
He sounds so fucking fed up! I'm gonna cry! Oh my god, I can't deal with this. He just... Oh my god, I can't. Bro, he just sounds so done.
And take away their guns.
You know when you're like pissed off and you're like, just fucking do what I'm asking you to do. Please, that's what he's off. Oh man.
There's nowhere to run.
I can't. Peekaboo, yes, that's her actual villain name.
Shut.
That's 3 in one scene. Oh yeah.
He left me.
What in the actual fuck? He was in the car 3 seconds ago.
That's
How far
true.
do you think this normal man can run? I know it's dark now, but you could still listen for footsteps and know where he is.
True.
Wait, hold the fuck up. He produces quite a bit of light when he runs. Can't he just use that? Look at this dumbass. He looks over and now he's probably thinking, oh, well, he's probably 10 feet away by now. Guess there's no way I can catch up to him or find him. Why do you give up so easily?
There's nowhere to run.
Okay, first of all, why would you beat up these men and make your presence known, which now puts you and Ronnie in danger, instead of just running straight through this alley and taking Ronnie with you? Second of all, these are trained military soldiers with assault rifles, and Barry can knock all of them down without a problem. As he should, because he has super speed. But now that makes this scene where he can't even take down these two clowns even more pathetic. Third of all, why the fuck does he stop after that? Run away with Ronnie. He even sees the mean army guy pull out this cube and toss it in the air, and he just fucking stares at it. He even cowers in fear when he sees it deploy these needles instead of, oh, I don't know, running away with Ronnie. You have super speed. Fucking use it when it's needed. Did you think this glowing cube he pulled out was harmless like a giant dice to play giant Monopoly? Fuck you.
We have to get him back. Easy. Eiling has already demonstrated he has the weaponry to disable the Flash or worse.
Oh, you mean the fucking cube he has to toss up in the air and wait for it to drop needles? No, just remind Barry he has super speed and to not be a dumb cunt by standing there and staring at what is obviously—
Damn! Yeah, this nigga's he's upset. He's upset.
He's about to pull the trigger.
Oh, so he was able to run in and steal Dr. Stein right the second before getting shot in the head, but he couldn't do the same with Ronnie?
God, forgive me.
Why are you standing there, for the love of God? Barry just stares until the truck stops and someone pops out with a bazooka. Fucking grab Ronnie and Stein and take them somewhere else. You did this 5 seconds ago. Why are you going for the missile? You can easily move them out of the way.
He just...
There's nowhere to run.
Oh, that was his brother. Yeah, I remember that.
That's it? We just have to accept that Martin number 2, who was right there, managed to escape when the fastest man alive is right here? Are you telling me Barry decided it's impossible for him to just run up to the truck that's a few meters away and do this? I'm actually gonna cry.
No cry.
Yes.
Barry stops the storm with the sonic screwdriver. Martin number 2 is still there. Then he makes a run for the elevator, and Barry is still there.
Yeah.
KO him, handcuff him, run him to the Star Labs prison. He even does this with no problem in the next episode. Jesus.
Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, this guy's hilarious.
There's nowhere to run.
Normal guy with a gun's normal sister. Normal guy with a gun's normal sister with a gun. Okay. Instantly recalls 4 shooting guns. Yeah. What is this, a Mario coin?
How many times are we gonna go through this, Snart? Until the best man wins. Drop the gun.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you could have
Why
just
do you have to threaten her life? You just ran up to her while she was holding the gold gun and successfully restrained her. Why can't you do the same thing with Snart, you dumbass?
Yeah.
No.
No.
He just lets them go. Look at him. Look at his fucking face. He's acting like if there's absolutely nothing he can do about this. Somebody please fucking shoot me. End my suffering, please.
I can't be bothered. Sorry. Oh. Compose. Go fucking pose. can fucking pose.
There's nowhere to run.
Fuck's sake. Oh, this is where Roy comes in, right?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Don't fucking stand there and talk to her. Catch her by surprise
That's
for
a shot,
once and take her to Star Labs, please. With super speed, you literally never have to make your presence be known before taking someone down. It's amazing. Please try it sometime.
You think you understand the sting of betrayal? I'll show you what it means to be stung.
You know, to be fair, I don't really find that cringy. I'll be honest with you.
Wow, it was that easy to stop her? So why didn't you do this as soon as you got here earlier? You could have prevented her from doing more harm. Isn't that what the hero is supposed to do? I know you like to flap your lips, but you can still do that after you've completely compromised her.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
There's nowhere to run.
I don't remember him.
You can't outrun me.
Once again, this dumb fuck stops to talk to the bad guy.
Yeah.
Whatever, it happened. And then this guy transforms. Barry sees this happen, and this guy even turns to look at him and give him a salute. Then he turns the corner.
Yeah.
What was Barry doing while the bad guy was preparing to escape? Oh yeah, he was just watching him prepare to escape instead of taking him to Star Labs. Whatever, it happened. So now what? Barry turns the corner, looks around normally, and decides it's impossible to find the bad guy. Why exactly? Why does he give up when all he has to do is find a repeated person? Why doesn't he run up to everyone in this crowd and look at each one of their faces and clothes to find two identical people? He's run up to each person in a big crowd before. Why can he not do it now?
Shut the fuck up, you goddamn idiot. It's a movie about space wizards.
There's nowhere to run.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
You picked a bad day for this, pal.
He stops in front of the
Observe, this villain puts some kind of vision in Barry's head that brings him a lot of pain and disables him for a few seconds. But then the vision stops, and Barry is no longer disabled.
What was that?
But then the villain turns around and runs the other way at a rather slow pace. And then the scene ends, which I'm just supposed to accept without asking, why didn't you do anything else after that? Yeah, this is what you should have done the first time around, but no. I'm gonna show up and let the bad guy make a move. Look at this shit. Even Iris does something to knock out a metahuman. Take notes, Barry. Once again, Flash Tart is dodging the projectiles instead of running up to these guys and tackling them or relocating them. Dumbass gets struck by a little bit of lightning and is out for the count for the rest of the whole scene.
My disappointment.
Excuse me, what? The dude is made of lightning. He fucking emits lightning. Don't tell me he can't do jack shit now because he got zapped.
That's actually a good point, actually.
I finally rest and watch the sunrise on a grateful universe.
Oh, fuck. Finally made it to the end. I know I said this was gonna be a series, but covering one season already broke me. Let's take a look at the results. Oh man. Look at how many times the baddie should have been caught if the writers had a brain and were consistent. And our fallen civilians. Okay, there were less than I imagined. I should have made the bar smaller. But they either died or were injured in an unnatural way because the writers failed at creating genuine stakes. Cause there are none. Your protagonist is a fucking speedster. Except Reverse Flash, like I said before.
I jerked you off.
Alright, now take a look at the first bar again. Now imagine all the scenes that would have been cut out if these crooks were were arrested at their first encounter with the Flash, like they should have. Scenes with them, scenes talking about them, etc. Yeah, that's a fuck ton of scenes. Entire episodes would probably have been 5 minutes long. Thank you, CW.
Thank you so much, so much for wasting my motherfucking time. I fucking appreciate it, my nigga. Good shit.
Like, sure, to an objective, omniscient viewer, it would make logical sense
for the Flash to immediately knock out his enemies and take their weapons away, or relocate them to the Star Labs prison every single time.
And then there would be no conflict and no drama.
His enemies would never get away, he would never face hardships, and he would
never grow, and there would be no story.
Your job as a writer is to solve problems that prevent you from having the payoffs you want. You're not supposed to give up and appeal to the idea that you had no choice. That's a terrible argument, and you should feel bad.
Look, I get it. It's extremely difficult to make a really long show about a guy who moves several hundred times faster than his enemies without creating tons of plot holes and contrivances to give the enemies an advantage. Right. So what is my solution, you may be asking? It's simple. The show should never have been made. That's my answer. Like, with a lot of things, it just shouldn't exist if you're gonna fuck it up this bad. The only season I haven't watched is 6, so I already know they never improve on the fight scenes. It's always this incredibly contrived bullshit. So yeah, if it's bad at the beginning and 5 seasons later it's still not good, then it definitely shouldn't exist. DC took the already impossible task of making super speed logistically consistent while giving the Flash a challenge and gave it to the CW to make 15 hours of content per season. I think people get tired of the big bad villain of each season being a speedster, but realistically, that's almost the only kind of power the Flash could lose against. So can we just cancel this show and make movies about the Flash instead? I wanna like the character, but they keep making this overpowered hero look like the most incompetent person on the planet. I haven't seen Supergirl, but I'm assuming she also has super speed and she's bulletproof. So if she also constantly loses to cheesy small-time crooks, then I would probably cry while watching that too. I just want some fucking consistency, guys. Is that too much to ask for? To follow the rules you established in your own universe?
Fair. Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for the next. Whoops. You know what? He generally has a point. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I still enjoyed the story plot of the Flash is amazing. He has a point though. It's like the only way the Flash can be beaten is by like another speedster or Superman or some shit like that. Like someone who can move just as fast as the Flash. But then when you point out all the little bits that he does, where he doesn't he just stops to talk to them, or he doesn't knock them out, or he doesn't take their gun, because he's not wrong. Captain Cold should have been done out ages ago. The gun should have been taken away. It shouldn't have been as hard as they made it out to be. And it is the writer's job to get over hurdles. Like, I'm not saying the show's going to be perfect. It's not good. Like I said, with a speedster in the show, it's going to be difficult. But god damn. Yeah, fuck me. That was. I'm even liking that video, but I can't even. That was probably one of the best. That was fucking great. I loved it. I can't lie. If you guys want me to check out season 2 of The Dumbest Man Alive or the Flash is Insufferably Inconsistent, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you man in a bit. Peace.